guys.
Hi.
My nose running. That's not a sign of COVID, is it? I feel like it's my sinus though.
You know,
Guys,
I'm out of
welcome back.
time. You look up COVID symptoms this week. It's not your period.
Stop. Oh my god.
My body was aching. I was just
Stop.
like,
No.
ooh, what is this? What is this?
No, Lord. Well, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Good Girl Podcast. We are at what, episode 16? Yes, we're just, I guess, episode 16. And what else? Well, welcome back to another week in the
Welcome.
pandemic life, the quarantine life. Although no found
Yes.
an but that's another conversation.
One more week of a Panasonic.
Honestly, this panorama needs to go. So you guys in the vaccine?
I mean, I read the article and I heard that some are brought 9 workers are gonna
Um,
get.
I'm
And I
not even
find
gonna
that
lie. I was kind of like sketchy, like vaccine, but now I'm just kind of like,
so much people get it already for your afraid. Like it's not like 5 people in the world say like, but yeah,
no,
because I mean they will get it first, so we can see
I
how
was
it
I was speaking to a
works.
doctor. I was speaking to a doctor who works at New York General, and he's actually Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife are doctors, and they basically told me he was the first, like he was in one of the first to get the vaccine in the US. So he got his second dose. Boy, my dog them, wow, the ghetto. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, he basically got don't worry, working on some stuff soundproof. I come back strong enough. Anyway, but yeah, he basically got it, and he was saying it was really good. He said it was good, like he didn't feel any side effects or anything. But again, what fit the goose may not fit the gander. That's what I'm
Right, but I mean, I feel like everybody get vaccinated. Only never get immunized, so me feel
Yes,
like I
but,
the same thing.
yes, but
Or
immunization
only
joke.
never get flu shot before.
Yes,
I'm
but the
sure
flu
they used
shot
to get flu
takes 10
shots.
years.
Every
Yeah,
year
but
they used to get flu shot.
yes, but the flu shot take a couple years to develop. The problem is this developed in a 20 seconds.
But
That's my
then the technology never solved. So I
oh
mean, I'm
yeah.
not afraid. I mean, if the opportunity arises where I can get it, I'm like, nah,
I
sure,
don't
give
know.
me.
I'm not. Anyways, the vaccine is not the goodie of the week. The goodie of the week, I feel like we keep it really straight. The goodie of the week this week is none other than, well, we have two. We have two. None other than, you go with the first one.
Well, my good of the week is Michelle Obama. Michelle, good girl
Respect
Obama.
for the stupid.
I just love she have this je ne sais quoi about her. I really love it. She just speaks like black opulence, and without being too flashy. I loved her outfit, her demeanor. She just come out really strong inauguration, and I just
Yo,
yeah,
she
I'm
looks
here for
so
it.
beautiful. And let me tell you what to do. I don't something about Michelle. Like ever since, there's
Mm-hmm.
always been just something about like
Something about her.
she does the most
Yes.
without doing the most.
No, yes. And I
She
watched
does,
her documentary Becoming, and I was just like even more inspired by her.
I
Like,
actually read the book. I haven't watched the documentary
it's
yet.
good. It's good. I mean, it's obviously nothing like the book. 'Cause it's really just kind of snippets of her tour around when she was doing her book tour for the
Mhm.
obviously the book. But you kind of get a really good sense of her and the sacrifices she made. And I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
one thing
like
about
her.
her book, Sacrifice, and it kind of inspired me because I was just like, yo, as a person, like you sacrifice a lot in a relationship, and I feel like she's like the number one person who sacrificed for. Because
Yep.
I don't think I'm willing to sacrifice a lot. Maybe that's something I need to work on.
I
I
mean,
believe
I guess it also depends on the type of relationship you have. So if it is that you feel
that's
like,
true.
like
True.
you're not gonna really say, yeah, I sacrifice for a little chicken head man. Oh wow, is
Mhm.
that a thing? Anyways, but you won't like if you really believe in somebody and believe how he could change the world as though she believed in Barack. Wow, I live in the road. Anyways, then
No, you
you're
know, say
willing.
every week you live in the road. You live in the road.
I do. This is so
Between
sad.
oh boy, thank you for the word. We look a loyal listeners because between your road and my dog them, the biggest guys, the biggest.
It gives it character, I believe.
We laugh about these days and we have a pick place. Anyway,
Right. But
Yes.
yet,
Mhm.
power
But yeah,
history.
the second goodie of the week, well, I had to highlight Officer Eugene Goodman, who, who really stepped up. You saw him at the Capitol building a few weeks ago against those terrorists and those thugs that they are.
Yeah, great talk.
So you saw him really stand up. He was the black police officer that was basically protecting the Senate and ensuring that those members who can really make those decision makers in America were protected at all costs. So he's actually been promoted
Hmm.
to the acting deputy sergeant at arms. So big up yourself, Eugene. I know that you're probably not listening to the Good Girl podcast,
No,
but
probably not.
I just thought that was just like
I
so.
also want to say I saw a meme today. It wasn't really a meme, but it's just like two pictures of him at inauguration day and how he made him come out in Gucci. And I was just like, yes, the stuff looks too. You should serve look as well. I love that for you,
I feel
Mr.
like
G.
everybody was serving looks. Like I feel like
Beyond,
it was such,
like,
like I'm not an American, but it was such a proud moment to
it
see.
was. And the
It was,
monochromatic looks, like Biden's
yes,
grandchildren. Oh, they
like,
be
let us
serving.
not sleep on Jill, okay? Auntie Jill
No, yeah.
was slaying these. Like she was slaying for the gods, honey. Like all of them looked really good. All the men look dashing. Like the men, Barack always look good. So that's what I'm
Always.
always. But anyways, you know, so that was the goodie of the week. So this week, you kind of got a teaser of it last week's episode when we were talking about when we were basically talking about dating in the workplace. If you think that that's something that should or should not happen, right? So what are your thoughts, Joel, for our trending topic this week?
So let me tell you this. I believe that, all right, I have several thoughts on this. Okay, I think it can work. So let me tell you how it can work. How it can, and it depends on the person's involved. First of all, I just don't feel like it should be in the same department. I don't know. I don't. There's a level of controversy that will arise if you see that they're in the same department, and especially if someone is of a higher ranking than the other, then it would appear like people will always draw for nepotism, even if it's not even there. So you want to avoid you want to avoid that ability for that critique to happen. Like, oh, maybe like did she get a bigger slice of cake for her birthday? Like, why? So I think if it is it's not the same department, maybe it's the same organization but a different department. I feel like it can work. I mean, generally people form relationships with people who they spend a lot of time with, and of course the majority of our time is working. Sadly, it is that you're gonna connect with people that are in your space every single day. Obviously we don't encourage anyone to form these relationships while they're in a relationship. Hello, no, 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 don't do that. But I think it can work. We also want to ensure that people are not preying, like managers or yeah, managers are preying on subordinate. I believe that is where the line has to be drawn. I don't. I That is highly inappropriate. Again, it lends itself to a lot of fatigue. You know, about like, oh my god, abuse of power and all of that. You don't want to involve yourself in a scandal of some sort because we've seen it all. We have seen it all. So
Yeah.
I think it can work. It's just how you make it work. Also, I feel like it can work if it is that you don't make it affect your work life. That this person isn't. They might work with you and they're constantly at your desk distracting you and all of that. Like, no, I mean, there's a time and place for everything. And I feel like if it is that you're gonna take it to the workplace, which is fine, you have to ensure that you're creating these boundaries for your relationships and your professional life. I am not strong believer of boundaries. Boundaries, 100% of the way. And you have to make it, people have to be able to can take it seriously regardless of who in a relationship, whether that work.
Um, I I do not believe any at all in dating in the workplace. Like any at all. Like personally, I just I don't know. I don't know if it's because of how I look at dating or how what I think of dating. This is Renee speaking, your toxic queen, on this podcast. Toxic queen. Because no, hell to the no, like it's not gonna happen.
You still like no
Um,
man. You're gonna find out man when you just like ooh, well
no,
ooh, let me get
I'm
ooh. You gotta
yo,
find like a man in the IT. That's a
please
wait
don't
there.
drag me.
If
Please
it's
don't
a
drag me.
computer good door, what's
No,
your
no, no.
name?
Please do shut up. Please don't drag me for what I'm about to say, guys. But I do not like to date corporate men. I do not like to date men in corporate.
Well, I
I
mean, I know certain people they drag him for this before. Ooh, you come back with
Yeah,
your foolishness.
people drag me for this. But my opinion has not changed. I've been dragged in a workplace for this comment before. Jody experienced this dragging. Um, I was dragged, trust me.
And I
But
feel like it's okay for you to have a preference.
it's okay for me to have a preference. Let me tell you, there is one. All right, so one why I don't believe in dating in the workplace is because yes, you spend majority. That's a good point. You spend majority of the time in the workplace, and that's another reason why I wouldn't want to date in the workplace. I always like to the people who I date. I need them to broaden my horizons. But it depends on what you want in a romantic relationship. For me personally, I need them to broaden my horizons. I need them to basically show me a different side of things, show me, and I'm not talking about a different department. No, I don't want to be in the same work environment with you. Don't want to be talking about company X or knowing like no. I feel like there's so much more to life than what is in my current circumstance at all times. So personally, for me, dating somebody in my organization, I feel like that would be a form of settling for me personally because I want to experience other things or learn other, and not that the person who works with me can't show me other experiences. It's not that. It's just that your reality is defined by your daily environment, and I don't want somebody
No,
who
but Renee, enough of them corporate money have them little hustle and
it's not
entrepreneur
about
thing
even
that
the
go on
side.
on the
No, it's not
side.
even about, that's why I say it's not even about the side hustle. It's not even about just the side hustle for me. It's just that one, all right. Overall, why I say before you drag me for the corporate men statement, why I say I don't like corporate men is because I feel like a lot of corporate men, in my experience, will do anything to get to the top. They will just literally do anything, say anything. They will sell out co-workers. They'll just
Ah,
do.
that's how. Well, I mean, I feel like that's a majority of people.
I just feel like that's corporate. Yeah, I feel like that's corporate overall, right? Because I just feel like yeah, I would not date somebody in corporate. Um, and then that's currently the field I'm in the corporate field, so I just would not date somebody who is in my yeah. I don't like that. I feel like corporate men, in my experience, have always, and there's just this pretentious thing about them that is just not up my
I feel
alley.
like you have the bank experience. I feel like you have some bad experience.
No,
Because I
I
feel
don't.
like there's some really cool people that incorporate and they don't make the corporate life get to them and it's this fast lane and yo, I gotta. No, I have there's some really cool people that I've met. Not that I've dated any of them, but I mean that I really like. Yo, they're not. They don't get to them, and they're really cool people that I can show you other things. I feel like you know for say hard and fast. No. I feel like you can't make work.
No, I don't think so. I think my clothes. Yeah, I think my clothes
You
like
never open for clothes.
no, no man. I think no man. My thing lock shut. You know when Melania Trump went out the car and locked the door like she said bye. That is me, right? Like I don't feel like I would definitely know. I think dating in the workplace is just a recipe for disaster. And then I am such. Let me tell you, even though I'm public a certain way, but private with my dating. Like yo, it's the worst thing for me for somebody to be able to say, yeah man, she did that with him. No, brother. Like, no, I don't like that. So like I
No,
am
I feel like that come down to the man because you have some man who just chat too much. I have some man
and
who
let me
can
tell
hold
you
it down.
no, let me
But
tell
I
no.
agree because them gonna see you probably have one lunch, one, two
Yeah,
time, and
I
them gonna say, oh, I walk on your son, it legs to like, lead to like. But sometimes even me just apart, would co-work at them, and it's kind of like, me hear a little like comments. I don't have to put my them in a sure. But like you see, I think it's just people in general. They can't ever have a platonic relationship with a man. There's always something. Them think there's just something going on, which is very toxic. Now, but that's a whole other topic, as always.
Yeah, but I know. I think that it's just I don't know people who date people in them workplace. Or when you hear people say, "Yo, they're married to people who work with them," it is so crazy to me. Yo, it is a
No, yeah, I've seen man. Tell you, some me the work I want big corporate. I see some more time like me there. I say, yeah, they're married. I might say, huh? Like, what you mean married? Like, I'll pick me and so I said, no way. Like the amount of persons that were married in that company was actually unreal. I thought it was very strange. At this point, me if you say, okay, well, it's one big e-harmony.
No, honestly, I know which company. I know which company you're talking because I feel like that is the like that specific company in Jamaica. It is one big e harmony.
No,
Everybody there married each other. I don't understand. But anyways, that's why me glad they've never trapped me with no work. So no, but personally, I definitely don't believe in it. I think that but again it depends on what you want out of your relationship. Because I think again with my I'm not saying that somebody in corporate can show me new experiences, but it's just like I I don't think that I don't know the schedule thing, like us having the same schedule or us having us being on the same time frame and all of that. That bothers me. That annoys me. Like, no, I don't want that. I don't want to constantly know your routine or understand. Like, I like to be learning constantly about the person I'm with. So it's like I feel like after a while, and then I don't want it to be said. And then on top of that too, we're talking about when things are good. When things are sour, you know how
so
people, and this
so.
is just people, right? You can come to
I'm gonna
your
go lunch one day and it's on the left.
no, it's not that, right? No, it's not even about that. Because who cares? I'm talking about us as people. Because when I go to work sometimes, a conversation will be happening. You'll tell a story, right?
Mm-hmm,
You'll say,
mm-hmm.
so this happened to me one time, or you get comfortable and people talking and you say, oh, like people sharing experiences. Like I had a coworker the other day that was talking about like, Valentine's Day's come up and he's dating this girl and what he wanted to do or whatever, whatever. So,
Mm-hmm.
like those conversations or those little conversations, or if I piss you off, like if I get you so mad and you go to work and sometimes you just want to vent or you just say, yo,
Yeah,
like if you have a female coworker, you say, yo, what you think about this? Come here.
right.
That little level of comfort because those things now it's kind of a different level where you can't say it because if you say, yo, what you think about this? The coworker is definitely going to know that, oh yeah man, is Renee on the fifth floor she a talk about. Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
understand or him a talk about or
So
whatever.
the level of privacy, you don't
Yeah,
have it.
like the level of privacy is just not there. It's just not there if anything. And then not to mention if things go sour. Like you and somebody can good, they're good, everything all right. And then when things go wow, my phone is just embarrassing me. I'm sorry guys. When things go sour, you're going to hear
It's
say,
beyond awkward.
oh,
I'm letting you know from experience, it's really, really,
awkward.
really awkward.
And that's what I don't do well with awkward. Like I
Because I
can't do
really don't love to see any of my exes anywhere. Anyway, I'm
um,
so lucky that I really don't see them often. Thank you,
no,
Jesus. But I don't want to buck you up anywhere. I don't want to buck you up in no
that's how I
elevator.
know it's
I don't
outside.
want to do it.
No, that's how I know all of my environment. Because I don't see my exes. I literally, although I don't have no exes. Anybody who did tell you, say them, they with me, their life.
Right, true.
I don't have no exes. 2021, New Year, new. Yeah, so I don't have any exes. New Year, new me, new bleep. So, yes, fill in the blanks. Yeah, no, my two phone, them a ring. I'm not answer none. Um, sorry.
Don't call back my phone and try to get job.
Oh my god. No, but seriously, I definitely could not do things in the workplace or and then on top of that too, I feel like there's a level of familiarity or a friendship that you form with your coworkers sometimes like, I don't want people to know the real me.
No,
Because
yeah.
everybody
Me want everything. Me want my life to be a mystery.
no,
Like
no, no, no. I'm
mystery.
declaring this whatever today's date is 2021. None of my coworkers know me. You don't know me. No, you
No,
know nothing
mystery,
about
more mystery, like,
you
ooh,
you will
mystery.
never know. No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
love that for me.
You will never know anything about me. So if you if I'm lying, I'm dying. Like you don't know nothing about me.
And I feel like, you see, I've had a situation where so I did date a guy, obviously, in not in the same department, but yeah, worked at the same company and we dated. And the people in his department, obviously they knew me because, I come to him sometimes and say hey, whatever. And then, like, it's
Like
so
your
funny
free lunch.
because hello, hello.
Collect the free lunch. Hello.
No, I'm just never free at that place. Anyways, oh, you mean from the guy? I guess.
From the
Yeah, yeah,
guy.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually love company one free lunch. But anyways, so, like, it's so weird. The story is that he migrated, and he recommended me for the position that he was leaving. So I got into his old position again. It's awkward, yeah, weird. And so what happened is that because people thought that they knew me because they saw me a couple times and I come to them desk and whatever, they felt the need to say certain things to me. Like they felt like they were very familiar with me. That's okay there. Hey, I don't think I don't know me though. Like, and for me, that was when I was just like, oh, me can't ever do this again because I am generally, for the most part, 99.9% of the time, a very private person. And if it is like, if we say certain thing that make a step like say you know me, then that I don't love that. I don't love that at all because quite frankly, I really wish you didn't know anything about it. But even when you know my middle name, sadly you know my last name. Like, I don't want anybody to know anything. I want to always control that. And I
Yes,
just felt,
I want to be. I want. Let me tell you. I like having because I don't like having animosity in the workplace, and I
mm-hmm,
think why I don't have animosity in the workplace is because we're not friends. Like I don't care enough about you. You should not care enough about me for there to be any animosity. So if I do something that I think a coworker does not like or anything like that, it should just be addressed in a coworker or a worker like coworker to coworker level or just some form of understanding on at that level. But I definitely do not think that it should be a thing where, for example, if I'm dating somebody, the familiarity comes in, or you know the person, so because you familiar with the person, you think you know me, and
yeah, yes. And it was a lot of like, oh, how is he? And I'm just
how is
like, you
he,
ask him like, I don't understand.
or something like my birthday, or you know, something that come from this, or Valentine's Day. Suppose my man don't celebrate Valentine's Day, and he
Yeah.
has me, what you should have man of the company, and him not give
Yes,
you
yes, yes. It's true.
no,
I mean,
no,
although some guys send themselves things, but that's another again conversation.
no. No, but you know what? Seriously, I genuinely think that that is just a recipe for disaster. I feel
Hmm.
like it's just such an awkward situation. Or 'cause suppose, all right, suppose even people who work with people in the same department or in them same, because if I can't be objective with your work. I can't be objective about what you're doing. I can't be objective with your work because guess what? I or if somebody asks me, do you think that this so and so is doing a good job, or do you think that yeah, my man, me I go want defend you, me I go want yeah, man,
Agreed. So it's
or
like blur. It will lend itself to a lot of blurred lines, which is I
yeah,
think why
and
most companies, if it is that they realize that the persons are dating within within the department, usually they recommend somebody to shift out of the department. That I've
yeah,
seen that before. And so they try to, so they're not going to say, oh, don't mind, oh, you can't leave, because I guess your private life is your private life, and obviously it's your professional life. But if they recommend that, like, well, I don't know if it's for dating, but if they see that they know that you're married for sure, for sure, for sure, then they're not going to have it in the time.
yeah. And then on top of that too, I feel like you have. Let me tell you why I feel like if I date somebody who I work with, I will have failed at life. Let me tell you why I feel like.
Wow, you're so dramatic. Oh my
No,
god.
I'm not even being dramatic. I feel like dating somebody who I work with is me being comfortable working for people,
Hmm.
me being comfortable saying, okay, I meet this guy, we have a great plan, we can get married in 5 years, have kids, work for
Hmm.
the company, collect our pension, And I don't want my life. I feel like when you get married to people in your who you work with or whatever, your life go on a certain trajectory. I don't know, but it's just what I've seen in my experience. I could be naive, right? I could be naive, but I just feel like like I feel like my life would go on a certain track that I don't want for myself, right?
Mm.
And I definitely think that I don't, let me tell you why, even like even the females, or like me as a female, I have to think about females, right? The females who will feel like, oh, your man, they want, flirt with your man or do
Oh
little
my
things,
God. Oh, do I have a story for you?
or like do little them little something, then them little, them little
Yeah.
things there for
Yeah.
just, and then yeah, like them will just do little things because, for example, them say, oh yeah, man, she go on like she hot on Instagram, she or whatever, we can show her what, like you have girls who always want one up you just
Yeah.
because of your presence or just because of the aura you bring.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have girls, and that's why even with men, you have to be so careful who you date, because I've dated people, and like you are giving me some bun with some girl where, like, when Cardi B said in the song, that, not that I'm tooting my own horn or anything, but when Cardi B said in the song, like, you messing with girls that follow me, like that not right. Like you talk, I hear some man say to, how if you had like give your man bun with a man will look up to him, and it's not even trying to toot your own horn or anything. It's not about tooting your own horn. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I am. Listen, January I beat my bad. I don't think I'm all got right now my bank account I say right. You understand? So I'm just, but my point is, you have a aura, and you have a thing where you bring, and your man attracted to that and whatever, and you have people or females, especially in workplaces, that will just not like you because of the aura you bring, because of your vibe, your
And also
essence,
because you're dating the guy that they want, and that's as simple as
all
that.
that. So like, and me, nah compete with Jill from HR for no man. I'm sorry, but not doing.
Oh, God.
Not compete with Jill from
No,
HR.
because Jill come at me, I can make you lose your work.
No. And if no, honestly, like that's what I'm saying. I'm just not doing it because you just never know. And then them go whisper certain things in a certain people's ears,
Yeah, agreed. And try to like block you
and
from just growing professionally
moving,
and all
growing
that.
professionally,
Yeah.
moving. But I ain't doing that. I ain't doing
No,
that.
no, it's crazy. But again, I've seen it all. Like I know people who have dated in the same department and are in great relationships now. And they're no longer in the same department or company anymore. But it started that way, and I swear, that really formed like a great relationship. It may not have been a big company. I mean, probably a smaller company is maybe even worse because it's like more eyes, but or more scrutiny rather. But I feel like it can work for some people. It just depends on what you want and what you can manage, and if it is that you want people up in your life or not. Because the older obviously I get, I realize that that was not the best. Like it's not the most ideal situation. I don't really want. I don't think I would want to do that again. So yeah, I mean, I barely like even some people. But then let's ask the question now. So Renee, you and your man want to start a business. Your coworker. Tell me how that work.
Okay, me and
Tell
my
me how
man,
that work, Miss.
want to start a business, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I would not consider that. No, let me tell you, I would not consider that a co-worker relationship. Let me tell you why. Because you can control, me and him can control a company culture because it's our company,
Okay.
right? We can set the boundaries that we see fit, right? So there won't be, nobody can come ask for nothing because of full company. Nobody can come do certain things because it's ours. No, no, certain
Mhm.
boundaries, like there are certain things that just won't be able to happen because it's our company. Everybody below us, I go chat with because that is just people I
All
chat
right, and
them
them I go
boss.
still know your business. So when I'm married now, not
And
have
then
cheat with
no,
me
they
and
still,
rate
and
and
then
thing.
no, but the thing is, yeah, they probably still know our business, but the level of entitlement, or the level of just being upsort, I don't know how to explain it, but it wouldn't be the same because one, if I'm working with you, right, we're co-workers or whatever, again, You, for example, somebody who work in my department, nobody can ask me about you. Nobody can ask me about your work. Nobody can come to me with certain things because
Mm-hmm.
there's the owner of my company. Me's a plebs. Him don't even know if him don't even know me exist. Him just know say yo. And him organizational chart, him just know say yo. 1,000 people
You are
work for me.
ex, yeah.
And your ID number six
Not
five what
even, not even.
not
You just
even not
know them. You
even,
probably have them a couple roles and you feel one of them.
right? And I can look and I can say I probably know a one and two thing about him. I know say okay, him have him own this, him have this,
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
I can't tell you who is him children, or even if I do, like there's just a certain boundary that I
Mm.
think when you're at the top of the situation that
You can manage. Yeah, you can also manage your narrative as well,
you
yes.
can you can manage the narrative, and guess what? I can decide if I want to be actually, I can decide if I want to interact with one person and them not know I'm there. I can literally just interact with one individual and have that person represent me in all aspects. You know what I
Mm-hmm,
mean?
mm-hmm.
So I think there's a great difference when it's just like me and you at the same company, because guess what? If me and you were to break up or anything, I can always leave, or me and you can still share Bezos and his wife, right? She still has Amazon shares, but I'm sure she's not in the day to day of Amazon. You get what I'm saying?
But I don't think she was ever maybe in the day to day.
I
I mean,
think
I
she
don't think, because I don't think they were. I mean, she would have busted, the
No,
initial
I think
stages
she
of
was
the.
in the day to day at one point. I think she was. She was in his company in some way. I think I read that. She
Okay.
was in his company in some way. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. She was in his company in some way or way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
But so I just using that as an example, like you know what I mean.
Right.
She left, and she basically, so I feel like it's not the same thing. But even if we were to come together and form our own company, I definitely you would have to have something of your own first, and I where I'm at in life currently, because I feel like I have things of my own now. So you would have to come to the table with something, and I come to the table with something. It wouldn't be a thing where we're coming and joining hands and saying, yo, kumbaya, we're gonna form a company. You know what I mean? I'm not at the stage to build up anybody, because me is not Bob the Builder. And I do that.
But
So
what if you don't have enough for us? Because some man can come super super equipped, and he's just like, well, see, Mike, you're not equipped.
yeah, no, and that is a man's preference to do so, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always want, and I feel like men should set, as we said in one of our earlier episodes, men should set their standards. So if you think listen, I'm a brokey for somebody, right? So if you think, yo, this is a brokey, like this girl and me, no mesh,
And
right?
then nowadays, man, yeah, I always I talk about broke girl nowadays. Like them
Yeah,
get
like,
very
you,
vocal about the broke girl them.
yeah, no, but and okay, set your standards.
Yeah.
Right? I have no problem if a guy or somebody says I am too broke for them. That's fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. If
And
you
some
think
girl
that,
just me.
and some girl, and if you think, yeah, and if you think that I'm too broke for you, find somebody of your standard. I have no problem with that. That means me and you are not for each other. But
Mm-hmm.
me personally, right? You need to come with something. So I'm not saying don't cut. Yeah. So you set your standards, I will set mine. Like I
Fair enough.
definitely, yeah, I'm not but I definitely, so yeah, dating in the workplace for me, gross, would not recommend. 0 no, not just
You don't have,
but not
well,
myself in no awkward situation, and company people in a company love chat each other, so
oh
every like,
man,
you know what people business me your woman I know,
crazy.
like I don't know these people, and the thing is with me, it's so crazy, people wouldn't even understand how many care, like people
Yeah.
would no, if them didn't know how many care.
Kiwi,
If
and
them didn't know, oh, I just want to come and work and get me yard. Them just,
honestly, no, really and truly, same.
like if them people did ever know already
Clock
in a
me
thing,
out.
like they would have said no man, they get it dry, and that's why, yeah, like
And that's why you're not going to meet these days, or well, not these days. Like it's been a minute, but I'm not mixing my work and professional life. Like you're not going to see me mix them. Like you're
you
not
will
going to see
find
me.
personal life,
Like you're
yeah.
not going to see me bring John go to like the like a work function. No, I'm gonna let my
Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're
yeah.
saying. I get what you're saying. Like if you're not going to bring any relationship, you have to a work function or anything like that.
No, I
Yeah,
no, not if I don't have to, you know.
yeah, no, no,
Um,
no. Let me tell you, everybody, I've been very blessed, right? And I think I really appreciate my blessings from God. So because of that, I've been blessed with great friends and family and all of that.
mhm.
And that those you guys and everybody who I have around me in my space are so personal to me that I would not even
You have to
want.
protect them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anything to against. So that's why I say like me, and none of my coworkers will ever argue because to argue means that there's emotion, and we will never get emotional. It will just never happen. Like me and you will never reach to a level. I'm not saying you can't have friends in the workplace. I have a one friend at work. I'm not gonna lie. I have a one friend. Like
Because
you know,
me, I'm confused. Because I'm sure said me and you did friends. So I said, whoa,
yeah.
check out this fake. Fake.
No, no. No, but then no, but no, me, you and Ashton different. Like Jody, so how me and Jody actually, which you guys should know, or if you're new listeners, how me and Jody actually became friends. It's actually funny I should be saying all of this with such strongness.
We dated in the workplace. A joke.
Yeah, it's just right. Is me and Jody actually became friends. We met at a workplace and we became friends through our struggle at that workplace. So
Amen.
we actually became friends. But honestly I haven't been to a workplace where I connected. Like I meet people and I connect with them, like me and them cool. But you
Mm-hmm.
see, like how me and you actually are friend, like me call you and say, yo, Jody, say this
Mm-hmm.
is what in my life. Like I don't think I
And
have.
because it's hard to trust in the workplace as well,
Yeah,
because you
like,
don't know what intentions people have. Because I come to find that a lot of people have a plan in life. Like me, just go work and I collect my check. You know, I have little goals outside. But like some people really sit down and like, yo, tay and da. Man say, yo, what? It never
you
that
know what is
serious to
crazy
me,
though?
brother. Like it never did that serious.
No, you know
Like
what's crazy though? People who like, and that's why I say everybody career aspirations is different because
yeah, it is.
personally, I have no dream for be no CEO. You mad? No, I don't like. I'm not like or CEO of nobody. Or I don't want. Let me tell you what I don't want. I was saying this to one of my coworkers the other day who like is actually my friend. Like me and her cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was saying, yo, my legacy can't attach to no company. You mad?
Yeah.
No, because guess no, because the thing is too, you have certain big companies, right? And you just know that them function for years, but you don't know the people, you know the owner. So everything that you do in this company, the glory goes to this person,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're making this person look good, which is fine for a time, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is fine for a time, and everybody has different aspirations and goals. But
Everybody have them different aspirations and
but
goals. Agreed.
personally, no. I would not. I don't think I would want to. Like what I want to know, in my from my personal, what I'm trying to achieve is for what I work on to
Mm-hmm.
grow. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
when I see growth in. I work on three specific things, and you see them things that start grow, and people start use them and all of that. That will bring me genuine joy
Mm-hmm.
and happiness. Like
And
I
then
don't.
I'm saying I'm also and me also not say like you can't have your professional goals and career goals. Like clearly everybody has their own professional and career goals.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like some people are really, really, really strategic to the point
Yeah,
where you kind of wonder like, yo, like I'm carrying it. You're not really sure. You know, the person is seem kind of
that's
shaky because they don't know like
why.
what am I supposed to be eliminated as a part of the strategy? Like you don't know, like you get me?
And that's why dating to me in the workplace is so dangerous because you don't know people true intentions. Because if me and you work together, right, and you see my glory, you have people who, yo, some man can't take when them woman outshine them,
Oh boy,
Some man can't take them thing there. Some man, because
cannot.
some man can't take them thing there. And listen, I am a very submissive. Like if I want, I want to be submissive to a man. Like
Mhm.
I know that's very weird for me to
No,
say.
but like all of this, imagine like you and somebody dating in the same department and like I mean a lot of guys are insecure about these things, but like your girl gets a promotion over you and them shuffle up now and you have to work under her and she'll give you orders.
Everything that yo, them
No,
some man,
them might mash up relationship strictly. Like
no,
them can't
it's
last
not
after
only
that.
that too. You gotta have this attitude like I can't talk to you.
Yeah, yeah.
For example, me know where you, like you know say you have a project and you must see you come home and I play a game. You say like, so
Dying.
we need you for this project. We need it. We needs it by the
And you
deadline.
may not take it seriously because it's like, sure.
Yeah.
I Renee
And
tell me for the days like she cool. You miss the
no, and
deadline, but she's alright.
it don't hard being a woman in the workplace,
Oh
and
my
I
lord.
a certain level. So for me too, if your man not take it seriously, or a man not take it seriously, then man,
Yeah.
me not for do it to then because our man, I treat her like
Agreed. 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 It lends itself to a lot of people think not taking it seriously because
yeah, it just makes
it's a level of familiarity. Because, oh, don't me know her man. Rating.
or and then it's on top of that too. Like I think it's so unfair because there is a double standard for men and women because a woman, I think it's just more risky for a woman to date in the workplace because
Yeah.
it's more risky for a woman because you're going to have even if them find out say you and somebody date and then you're going to have other men who feel like but me a better man for him or me or whatever. So them
Right.
somebody I go try pass in place with you or
Yeah.
take a certain step or say certain things. So to me, you open up yourself to so much scrutiny unnecessarily. Oh, you know what I mean? For something that, and to me, relationships are way too futile. Like you just no for depend on if it's a go work out or whatever, and then me need the liquor work, you need the liquor work. No, no, we not live the liquor work. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna see you every day. No, no, no. Me if you go function and whatever, and then yeah, people are gonna well want care about my business come and work hard. Yeah man, them left you know. I'm here to stay with. Yeah man, John
No,
from
I know that. When I go
tell
to work function, no Christmas party keep and then when I go to function together, 'cause obviously it's a couple so. And then your man get drunk in the dance and you have it say, yes, I can't, they're so sloppy, I can't believe he's drunk in the party. I don't know,
listen.
like those things are also stuff to consider, like because I've seen it all, Johnny, I've seen it all.
Me and nobody now gonna be nobody conversation. Me now gonna be nobody conversation. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I don't make a talking point, it will not be me. Me not give you no one.
Clip
So
notes.
no, for real, no man, and I'm not doing it. I'm definitely not doing that. It's no, mm-mm. I like a little bit of intrigue and mystery to me as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think one of my strengths, and I will continue to hold on to that. I don't think that people should no date who no sir. You can't say your man must slap so and so rendering from the fifth floor. Nope. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
gosh.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
suppose it's a bet. Suppose me's a bet to say, yeah man, I
Oh,
can't
you're
get
so dramatic.
no for sure. You know what sure? Right
Yeah,
now,
exactly, sure. But I
no,
mean,
no,
these things can
no,
happen in real life still.
no. Next thing you know, them can listen to the Good Girl podcast and he says, she, that girl says she nah, they would know where.
Watch this, watch a style, yeah.
Oh my god, get that girl. Me, nah, be nobody try.
Oh, God. All
Nobody try.
right. Final thoughts on this topic?
No, I would not recommend. I'm not doing it.
Well, you've
No.
said it several times.
Yeah,
I
no.
I know, like I definitely wouldn't do it now. You know,
But you can
big Jody.
understand.
But I'm seeing where it can work for some people. It can actually work, especially if a really big departments. All of another you working on another like parish or probably separate location. It can do it things, you see me. But you just have to know your partner, just have to know I never believe in the same department team that me not condone. But yeah, I've seen success stories. So nah not keep for the people them.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna move into our listener question.
Okay. So
Renee, give it
our
to them.
listener question was actually a DM conversation I was having, right? So somebody messaged me and I thought I'd just include it in this week. So they basically they asked me why certain type of women are not attracted to certain type of men. So he was
Okay.
just saying that women who look a certain way or like who would be considered like hot girls or like the baddies don't want. I guess he's having some bad dating experiences. Yeah, so he's seemingly a very nerdy, I guess you would look on and say nerdy guy. So um yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Jodes?
My thoughts are, I think we need to stay in them.
Repeat. Sorry.
My thoughts are people just need to stay in them lane. And not to be rude, this is a very practical statement. No, and I'm genuinely confused sometimes because, all right, they do the most to get the girl that is super, super out of the league, and she genuinely don't like you. And you genuinely know from the bottom of your heart that she don't like you, but she just like a pretend. At this point, yeah, why not die and she pretend for like, because you think kind of, you think up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And you reach a point. I don't even know if he's in a relationship at this point. You're dating and you realize that, oh my god, like I can't believe you're using me, or oh my god, like I can't believe you don't love me the same way I love you. And it's just like, brother, you didn't notice, like she's out of the league, or she's not interested, you're not her type, because it could go either way. And it's okay for us to just work with what we can work with and stay in the lane. Like I don't understand why would anybody. What confuses me even more is the people that want to force somebody to love them or force somebody to feel a certain way about them. Why you don't want somebody genuinely like you and rate you? You know much things people can do for you if them genuinely rate you and like you. Then will go to the moon and back for you. Like that's an unconditional type of love. Me I ride for. Me not ride for no. Yo, one day with a body because yo she look good in a brother. Yeah, I mean I did a brother. No, I think it needs to come back down to like you just rating. Oh, American man has brainwashed me. Rating a girl different. And she rating you differently. And nobody can break that bond. And I'm also going to listen to you being insecure. And I'm gonna try to break your foot and you're gonna vex because you never did stable from the get go. I don't know, people just really into these very what you call it, superficial relationships. Which I find very like who does it benefit? I don't know.
you know, I agree wholeheartedly. I think that like what my response to the person was actually responding. I'm gonna put it on the podcast. So that's actually what I said. So I hope you're listening. I lie. I responded and I said no. I asked him why he would think that, and then he kind of further expounded. I kind of compiled a summary and said to you, but I think that it is one of those things where, again, social media dictating things to you. I'm not saying you can't fantasize or look at certain things or whatever, and you should be somebody will be fantasizing about you too. Like you will have people. I don't think there's a look to it. I think you have girls who, because I've seen some hot, like some girls who are hot and they are super into like anime or things that people, I don't consider those things nerdy, but things that people would consider nerdy, like
Right. Are not the general interest.
because I think some people would consider me a nerd. Like I'm very, contrary to popular belief, I'm a homebody. I like to read certain things.
I'm
I like.
not sure that's the definition of nerd.
What's the definition of nerd?
No, I think you're just intelligent and well read. I don't think that's nerdy.
But
Like
then
you know,
some
sit
people
down,
consider nerdy.
living in one book and all day every day. Like and no,
Okay.
you're just well read and you're more reserved than people believe that you are.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. But let me tell you, this kind of, as you were talking, it kind of made me remember something the other day. So I was dating somebody who was just not my type. Like recently, just not my, like nothing my type, right? Um, it was somebody who was just always around, like trying to reach out to me. And my friends were just like, yeah man, go on a date with him. Da, 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 da. Once the one thing led to another, I'm buck my toe and end up with him. Um,
And
but
where are you now?
and that's what I'm saying. It was just like we dated for a while, but it and then I'm like at first I was so distraught, or not distraught, but sad when things ended and whatever, because I was like, okay, but I just genuinely think we did not see eye to eye because of
No,
our
you don't have common interests, so it's
we just
weird.
never had common interests. So it was just like
No, and I
sometimes
don't get people
and
why they don't
dating,
want to have common interests with
yeah,
people.
like dating. No, I'm not saying you can't date, like, but because I like new experiences, as I said. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't think dating common interest is so important. Like, understand it. Like, I remember, I made a joke with this guy that said, I said nobody puts baby in a corner, and he didn't get the joke. He's never watched Dirty Dancing, and I was just like, what?
No,
Like,
if you don't, and you're gonna have to laugh at my memes, and you're gonna have to
you're
understand
gonna
pop
have to get
culture,
my joke.
because I'm gonna say the slangs like, oh, it's the whatever for me, and you have to understand what I say. Like, you
You
can't
have
be
to
like, what
get
is that? The hell?
You
What you
have to
mean?
get no, you have to get certain or certain things, and
References, like, you need to
like,
get it together.
and then the thing is with me, I'm such a classic movie head. Like, I'm such a old '90s dancehall girl.
Mm-hmm,
Like,
mm-hmm.
so even now, like, I've actually been interacting with somebody else, and it made me realize that through interacting with that person and laughing, like, just laughing and just
Laughing.
laughing
Me
and funny,
love to laugh.
and I was just like, wow, I was really bored in my last situation, and I didn't even know I was bored.
Yeah. No,
I
me
think
love laugh, and me love the joke. And me think to
because
me is a comedian.
first dude was genuinely not funny. Like, he was just so
Oh
boring.
my God,
First
no.
dude was so boring, but I was just
So
caught
me go
up.
on and say, yeah, 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 yeah. Say, let me see what I'm going to say.
Honestly, while going,
You're
something.
optimistic.
First dude was just weird and boring.
Mm.
And like, I'm glad that he let things. Yeah, the man left me proper.
And then you also don't want to dim your shine for anybody. So if it is that you're this
Yeah.
bubbly, love to laugh person, and then you're going to kind of just like be more, I mean, super
Or
reserved, and you're in
I'm
public
just
and you
trying
can't have a
or
crack to joke because him not gonna understand the joke, and it's just
or
like,
trying to be more entertaining, or trying going out of my way to be more funny, to see if I can get more like of a reaction or a laugh, or because
oh, you
you're
know,
so boring. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like,
And then you
So
can't bring them out. They can't interact with your friends because your
yeah,
friends
like
are,
my
very
people,
fun loving.
yeah, people. So it's just like, I think you need to just like people who like you. That's all I'm gonna say. Like find people who like you or who you share common interests with.
Agreed.
But I don't. Yeah, that's really what I think on the topic. I don't think it should be a thing where you are, like, like forcing anybody to be into you. That's not cute.
And I'm not saying the person has to be like a mirror image of you, because that's boring too. And it's also like it needs itself to. I feel like those things are super destructive. Destructive, sorry. Because if I dating somebody and they're the exact same person as me, we're gonna fight all the time. Because hello, like, But I did not. We're not saying that the person has to be a mirror image of you. We're just saying that there needs to be some similar interest, and need to be something new that you can learn and share from the person. Like, if it is that you weren't as adventurous and they're kind of like into adventure a little bit, and then kind of take you out of it because you find yourself a zip line and you love it. No, that's different. You're
Me,
exposing
me
somebody to new
love the man and
experiences. Right.
me love me man and bag. I carry me everywhere.
Oh,
Me,
you're one of those girls that him say everyone's like, everyone come.
what? I runs, me take up my bag and me that I run back at you. No,
Oh my god, I'm so over you. Like,
more want count the money. More want count the money. More want to find the road and area.
oh
But up
no, but you're dating a chopper.
no
Chopper,
man,
chopper.
more want to find the area. But up some man. Yeah, me love it.
You're
I just
actually hilarious.
no, no, chop choppings. No, for real. And then you know what is funny, because then again, this is not me, because and then I guess it depends on how you grew up too. Because you see, my father, it's so my father say, like, if you, Jody, you know about my father, like my
Yes.
father is very like a joke, like my father is a whole joker, like my father is a joker, and at the
Hmm.
same time also a very serious person.
Yes.
Like, and that's it. That's kind of what I grew up doing, like just being on the road with my dad, like seeing him like in the streets, like doing him things. So personally, yo, Susansa is not for me. So you just have
and
to
and,
find.
and it's okay,
Yeah.
and sometimes people are should like, oh, is that the word? No, sometimes people just like, So that's
chastise.
you, yes. Chastise you for having your own preferences. I remember one time. Well, if it well, well, I don't know if you've known all of the big guys that dated. But if I sit down and share with you and show you images, you're gonna see that there's a bit of a pattern, right? Great. But I feel like that's okay. That's okay for me to have a pattern. That's okay for me to be
I know it.
interested. Can you see me see something I like? I'm gonna say, oh, like this is it fit the description, and it's okay for me to fit the description. But it was also as though some people would have made it out to be that I'm what
Yeah.
you call it? Would that be like prejudice?
Yeah.
You know?
No, man, but I'm not even going to lie. I'm prejudiced. I'm prejudiced. No brown man can get me. Like, let me declare that from now. If you're brown, get out of town. No brown.
Yeah. How you just made that up, my love, man.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, it's not my matter, but because if your brown come around,
no. I don't do the light skin thing. I have my
and you're gonna be tall. You got to be tall.
no man. I don't tell you on this a shot man a sin. Like, what you mean? The shot?
No, but me no want like a little bit. No, I mean you tall, like tall.
Yeah,
Gotta be
true.
tall. Yeah.
Like 6 foot. Like, yeah. Yeah. Like, the six is real.
Yeah. No. Yes. Oh, you funny today. Love that.
Oh my god. I'm literally attacking me right now. But no, seriously, I don't do light skin. So anybody who won't call me prejudice, that's your problem. Like I
and
need my
and I guess yeah, and it's just like why, da, da, da. And people come sometimes they will want to change your preferences and all that, but it's just like yo, you like what you like and move on. Like
I've never dated a light skin guy like ew. Ugh. I feel like a lot of them look yellow. So,
croaking is at settings.
yo, anyways,
But now
no.
I because I'm not condone this. Excuse me, I have to defend my people.
Anyway, oh yeah, that's your community. Um no man, yeah man. Michael B. Jordan, Lance Gross, Pardison Fontaine, Hala
Yeah. No, I
Goodie.
mean, and I'm not saying that they're not attractive. Like,
Yeah.
I definitely find them attractive, but I just
I
have my
probably have
people.
two light skin guys that I think are attractive. Like two. I don't really. I'm
Wow,
not like
wow.
yeah. My coffee afro black. My coffee afro black.
Strong. Yeah?
Changam.
No
Yeah.
cream.
No cream. Anyways.
Well, we did the most
That was
today.
the good. Well, we always doing the most in that. That was the Good Girl podcast. And we will see you next week because I feel like we kept you long enough. If you stayed, thank you.
Thank you for staying. Wow, I really appreciate it. If you made it to the end, give yourself,
A
give
thumbs
our
up.
video a thumbs up on YouTube and give yourself a pat on the back.
See you soon.
Bye.